I'm going to talk about my new album that I released titled Did This All for a Reason. So first I'm going to talk about my first song that's on the album, Fail.
Yeah, I want you to fail. I want you to give up, cause life is stale. Do something about it and tell the tale.
So this song obviously is meant to be an intro song for the album. It puts you in this type of atmosphere, and I wanted to make this album an experience. So obviously with this song, I had the singing where it's turning a negative into a positive, and also with the spoken word, it's positive. It's destiny, and it adds so much to the song. And I wanted to do something different, so that's why I added the spoken word. And this song's meant to be like a build-up. It's not meant to be like, oh, here's a beat drop, whatever, you know. You're in the moment of this, this atmosphere, this experience, and it's meant to be like this because it's meant to get you excited or get you energized or get you ready for what this album's going to be, how it's going to sound. I want to go and talk about the next song, Make This. So, with this song, I sampled one of my songs that I already made that was on one of my albums, and that album was titled Judge Me Forever, and the name of the song that I sampled is Lost.
And to the sun. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Tell me, is this that greatness when you gon' watch me gon' make this art created by my mind? It's like shadows created by light. I found a way to go around the days with the sound waves and the words that I say. Can't turn my mind around. I made my decision now.
And also I want to talk about the next section of this song where it goes from that part of the song into the second section where you have one kick and two different hi-hats. So I just think that was just so cool because the idea is basically the hi-hat that stands out on top of the other hi-hats, it stands out the same how a snare drum would stand out on hi-hats and the kick drums, right? And it's just, it really worked out. And to be able to make this so simple and just keep it as just this one kick and these two hi-hats for this part, it's awesome, and it's so different, and it's creative, and it's also, I challenged myself to do that. Like, could I be able to make a beat where instrumentally it's just a kick and hi-hats? Like, am I able to make a beat with no snare drum, with no clap? So now I'm going to talk about the next song, If I Tell.
Light shining through the clouds, positive energy into sound, stories from the steps.
I want to talk about a specific part of the song, and that is where I sampled these sounds, and I'm going to show you most of the sounds and then show how it got sampled and how basically it worked out into the final product, into this song. So I'm just going to show that.
Yo.
And just with all these ideas, it's just creativity. It's experimental music. It's really these ideas, and I'm gonna talk about now. I guess you could say it's kind of like a song, but the interlude. That is 2012. Are You Ready? Interlude. So what I want to say about this is, obviously in this interlude, I'm focusing on the past with, basically, I sampled a video of me when I was younger, when I was talking in this video, and obviously it was back in 2012, so I was much younger in the video where I was talking, and it's just, you know, you could say nostalgia, or just, you know, going and looking at the old videos of yourself, and just thinking about past, and just thinking, you know, how far you've made it, you know, from that age to where you are now. So it's just, I wanted to make it a certain type of atmosphere with the instruments, and with, obviously, with the recording, where you hear my voice, me talking when I was much younger, back in 2012. I believe I was 11 years old. But obviously that's not just the only part in the interlude. Then after that, in the interlude, there's, of course, I think it's like, how are you feeling today? And then just a whole bunch of like, oh, I'm feeling good, I'm feeling okay. And then like, and then just all these different feelings, if it's negative or positive, overlapping each other, and like this type of reverb, echoey maybe type of thing, and just this overlap of voices, of my voices, of just different negative and positive feelings, right? And it's just really interesting, because it's just meant to highlight how life isn't just one thing. You know, it's not just going to be like one positive feeling or one negative feeling. It's, people can feel different one day or another, or even people can feel different types of just in the one moment. It can also just be focused on different ideas, and just some people, they can be feeling a positive feeling, and some seconds later they could be feeling a negative feeling. It's just, it's the thinking in our mind, you know, it's psychological. The next song, Bold. This song is inspired by the song that was made by Prince. The name of that song that I was inspired by was Something in the Water Does Not Compute. It inspired this song instrumentally and vocally, and I'm just glad that I was able to make a song with that type of energy, that type of sound, because when you listen to a song, you're like, man, I want to make a song like that, you know what I mean? And I was able to, and it's amazing and it's beautiful. And just like everything with the drums and everything, there's a certain type of, it's very different from the other songs. But then again, you can say, well, isn't every song different from each other? But it's like, compared to all the music that I've made, I've never made a song like this. So just, you can understand why I'm very excited that I even made something like this, that this even exists. So I'm just going to talk about the next song, And I Say.
And I say hi. Oh, hello.
So I'm going to just keep this simple. I wanted to make an R&B song. So obviously with my voice, I'm singing that type of way, and instrumentally, it sounds a certain type of way. Anyways, I'm going to talk about the next song. And the next song is How This Music Flows.
I'll give these critics something to hate, but what if they don't hate it, and that'll be great.
So with this song, I will say, what can I say? It's got that, obviously, that energy at the start with the snare drums, and I really love how that turned out. And then, you know, these layers of instruments. Now, it's not like crazy, it's not like 20 or 100, but still, it's enough instruments to the point where it's noticeable, like, oh yeah, there's a lot of different instruments in that section, where you hear it and you're like, okay, right? There's like, I think it was 7, there's a part where it's like 7 instruments, like kick drum, clap, hi-hat, synthesizer, bass guitar, and then there's the piano, and then there's this, I think it might be a kick, or maybe, like, I think it might be either some type of kick drum, but it's not like a kick drum that's like boom. It's like a long type of kick where it's more electronic, but it's like boom boom. You can hear it. That's it for this video, and thank you for watching.